What is going on, everyone? So I am excited to be home this week. First time in a long time, as I've been out traveling to divisions as well as spending a week in Strong Start in Dallas. But all this got me thinking over these past couple of weeks, having a ton of conversations with consultants who are just stuck in conversations with prospects. They're either concerns, they're objections, or they're even flat out disagreements, which this poses a great reminder when it comes to those types of conversations we need to have with our prospects. So whether it's a concern, a flat out objection, a disagreement, again, we are trying to just truly understand someone's perspective and their viewpoint. So there are 4 ways you can handle the objections and how you address it. Number 1, you could fight that prospect. It's a battle of wits of who is right and who is wrong, but we all know how that turns out in the end. Secondly, you can simply just flee and run away from the problem. An objection comes up and we say something like, hey, let's put that on the back burner for right now. We'll address that later on. And then we never do. And that back burner turns into a fire and the whole thing blows up before our eyes because we just go past it and we don't ever address it again. Third, we can simply freeze. We don't know what to say. We've never heard that objection before. Maybe we just have a lapse and we just kind of sit there and freeze in a moment in time and not sure. Does that build confidence with our prospects? Perhaps yes, perhaps no. And then lastly, the one we want to kind of do is we want to facilitate the conversation, right? Facilitate before we start providing those solutions. We want to gain perspective before we share our perspective. So it's never a battle of who's right or who's wrong. It's all about perspective and providing solutions. So asking those questions up front, truly gaining some understanding of what the perspective is from those prospects. Tell me more about that. Help me understand your side of the story or the conversation before we start to provide some solutions. But lastly, making sure we gain those resolutions, so definitive yes or no before we move on. So keep that in mind when it comes to those objections, those concerns. Which way are we going? And as always, you got this.
1, 2, 3, let's go.